وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ صدق الله العلي العظيم. Brothers and sisters and children, all students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are watching Qari Online Education Channel and I'm your host and your teacher and your brother Qari Muhammad Ali Hussaini. Learn to read, recite and understand Quran Majid with the tajweed and tafsir. Today's dars is a little bit different from what we have usually. Usually we are having tajweed dars and Quranic vocabulary dars. They are of a basic level. Inshallah, we will have this dars on a higher level. इस दर्स को हम एक मयाना यानी इंटरमीडिएट लेवल पे हैंडल करेंगे और इसकी स्पीड थोड़ी तेज होगी. The speed would be fast and inshallah we will be covering a lot from the Arabic language, from the words and conjugations and everything. So subscribe our channel, share with your loved ones, see the previous lessons in the description box. If you haven't done Quranic vocabulary basic course, please do care about it, because that's the most basic and the most important and the most beneficial course. Although it may seem that it's something like a childish stuff, but still it's very important. So let's start with A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ilm al-Sarf. What is Ilm al-Sarf? Today's session is about the introduction of Ilm al-Sarf. What are the persons and what is a sigha? These are the three main points that we will be discussing inshallah in this lesson number 1. So the first question arises, and many sisters also ask me, what is this sarf? Sarf kya hai? Sarf एक ilm है जिसमें अरबी ग्रामर को समझा जाता है. Sarf is a study in Arabic grammar. So basically in Arabic grammar we have two things: the sentence structure and the sentence structure that deals with ilmun nahw, right? So ilmun nahw deals with the sentence structure. It's about mubtada and khabar, mudaf and mudafun ilayh, right? For example, adad and ma'dud, and nida and munada, and etc. Right? So it's about the sentence structure. The other thing that we have is the word structure. The word in itself in Arabic is studied in ilm al-sarf. Ilm al-sarf means the word structure of the Arabic grammar. Right? The word sarf refers to tasreef. Tasreef means, I'm sure you have heard the word sarraf. The word sarraf means the money exchange, right? So whenever you exchange or change or conjugate something, that's called sarf in grammar. So what is the content of ilm al-sarf? What do we study in ilm al-sarf? We study verbs most of the time. The verbs are a main, the main content for ilm al-sarf is verbs. That is 90% of the ilm al-sarf, right? And then we also have study of nouns in ilm al-sarf, how the nouns are made, right? That is called asma'ul mashtaqat, right? So how the nouns are derived from verbs and how verbs are derived from nouns. So this is the basic study. This is the basic theme of the content of ilm al-sarf. So we will be studying 90% of the time we will be studying the verb. यानी फ़ाइल को हम study करेंगे इंशाअल्लाह. Okay, so a brief introduction. Part 1 would be about al-madi, fi'l madi, and then fi'l mudari, and then the abwab. Okay, there are several abwab. I'm not going to go into details of these abwab right now because this is just an introduction. Then we have fi'l majhul, right? Fi'l majhul, and then we have i'rabul fi'l, and then inshallah nafi al-fi'l, right? Or fi'l nafi, and then fi'l amr wa nahi, right? And then ism. Now here comes ism fa'il and ism maf'ul and all other types of asma, 8 types of asma inshallah that are called asma mashtaqat. And then we have 2 concepts about sarf saghir and sarf kabir, right? That's also called التصريف الصغير and التصريف الكبير. So the basic introduction about a verb is that in Arabic language, a verb must contain the following two components. In our languages, the verb only has, sometimes it has two components and sometimes it has only the name of that verb. Verb yani fi'l, fi'l yani kam, right? So fi'l is the verb and damir is the pronoun for that verb, right? The person, gender and number of one carrying out the action. So that's called the damir. For example, the verb fa'altum. Fa'altum consists of a verb and a subject pronoun, right? So fa'al is verb, fa'ala is actually verb, and tum is the pronoun. तुम जिस तरह उर्दू में भी हम कहते हैं तुम, वही तुम यहाँ अरबी में मौजूद है. फ़अल तुम, तो फ़अला चेंज होके तुम के साथ फ़अल तुम बन जाता है, और इसमें verb और pronoun are both together, right? The pronoun attached to the verb can be changed into different forms to show different persons, genders, and numbers, right? We will inshallah study that in detail today, inshallah. The change is called conjugation. Tasreef yani the changing of verb with their pronouns. So the verb remains the same throughout the conjugation, but the pronouns vary and they change according to the number of the person, according to the gender of that noun, according to the number and gender. Okay, so the first thing is that gender. In Arabic, we have two genders, just like all other languages, masculine and feminine. The masculine is called mudhakkar, the feminine is called muannas. Now you have to know these words and you have to memorize these words. Without memorizing these words, without knowing these words, I don't think you will be able to learn anything from this course. If you don't know the meaning of muzakkar, muannas, every time I'll be using these terms like maybe 100 times. So you have to be knowing about it. Okay, then the number. There are three numbers in Arabic language: singular, that's called mufrad or wahid; dual, that's called muthanna or tasniya; and plural, that's called jama. Right? Wahid, tasniya, jama, or mufrad, muthanna, jama. Right? Inshallah, I'm sure it would be clear for everyone. All right. So now let's understand the concept. What's the concept? So this is me, right? I'm talking, right? I'm talking. This is not the Wi-Fi. I'm talking to you, right? The waves are reaching you, and that's you, right? So we are talking about something or someone. That's him, right? That's him on the left side. So the person who is talking is the first person, that is called mutakallim. Mutakallim. Now you have to memorize this mutakallim in relation to first person, and the first person is I in this case. Then the second person is the one who I am talking to, right? The first person is talking to the second person, right? And they are talking about the third person who is not here. So the first person is called mutakallim, yani main or hum. The second person is called hadir or mukhatab. Both the terms are used, hadir or mukhatab. Both the terms are used in different books. And the third person that we are talking about is the ghaib. Ghaib. So you have to memorize these three terms: mutakallim, hadir, ghaib. So until now we have studied fi'l and ism. The first thing was that we studied was ism and fi'l. Then we studied wahid, tasniya, jama. Then we studied mudakkar, muannas, and now we have the fourth set of words, that's mutakallim, hadir, and ghaib. So mutakallim is I in this case because it's a singular, and then I'm talking to you as one person, that's you in English, and we are talking about him, so that we call him he. Inshallah, I'm sure that's clear for everyone. Any questions? Okay, we shall move on, inshallah. So the Arabic terms that we have studied: first person, second person, third person. First person is mutakallim, second person is hadir, third person is ghaib. So we have three categories: ghaib, hadir, and mutakallim. We make the conjugations in reverse. Like first comes ghaib, then comes hadir, and then comes mutakallim. Mutakallim, mukhatab, and ghaib. All these terms are used. Okay, so what if three persons are talking to one person about one person, right? So three people, they will be the first person in plural, and if they are talking to three people, again, they would be mukhatab. Like first was wahid, now this is jama. Jama mutakallim, jama mukhatab, and jama ghaib. Jama mutakallim, jama mukhatab, jama ghaib. So jama mutakallim will be, of course, we, yani hum. Jama mukhatab would be you, या तुम या आप लोग, right? आप लोग अगर उर्दू में कहें तो ज़्यादा बेहतर है, because it's a little bit vague in English. Yeah, if it's a single person we call it you, and if it's plural we call them you. So the third one is they. Third person ghaib is they. So me, you, and they. I am talking to you about them. Okay, so what if we have two people talking to two people, right? So two people talking to, if they are two mutakallims, they are called mutakalliman, right? Mutakalliman, and of course it would be we, and then two persons, and in the second person will be hadiran, that is you or you both, and then about they both, right? They both are ghaib. So what do we have here now? What do we have? Arabic terms: singular, dual, and plural. Wahid, tasniya, and jama. Inshallah, I'm sure that this much would be this is making sense to you. Okay, so now we categorize them. The first one was al-ghaib, the second one is al-hadir, and the third one is al-mutakallim. So in al-ghaib we have wahid, tasniya, jama. In al-hadir we have wahid, tasniya, jama, and in mutakallim also we have wahid, tasniya, and jama. So these are all 9 conditions about the persons: first person, second person, and third person. But here al-ghaib is third person, al-hadir is second person, al-mutakallim is first person. So in Arabic we go in reverse order. Okay, so another variation comes in now. So what if a lady is talking? Then she is called a mutakallima. She will use the pronoun I, and she is the first person talking to another lady. That's hadir, right? And she's talking about another lady, of course, that is ghaib, right? So the first person singular, wahid mutakallima, right? Wahida mutakallima, and then hadir, and then ghaib. So it's the same concept again for one lady. Mutakallima, hadira, and ghaiba. So now what if two ladies are there talking to two ladies, right? About two ladies, then it would be, the first person would be again mutakallim, and then hadir, and then ghaib. What if it's plural? So if it is plural, 3 or more ladies, then would be mutakallimat, of course. But to mention them, we always use the basic terms: mutakallim, hadir, and ghaib. Mutakallim, we; hadir, you; and ghaib, they. Okay, let's move on. Again, Arabic terms: masculine and feminine. Masculine is called mudhakkar and feminine is called muannas. So now in our map we have this condition: ghaib, hadir, mutakallim. So in ghaib we have mudhakkar and muannas. In mudhakkar we have wahid, tasniya, jama. In muannas again we have wahid, tasniya, jama. Then we come to hadir. Hadir has mudhakkar and muannas again. For hadir, mudhakkar, wahid, tasniya, and jama, and so on. So if you count these 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, there has to be 18 words to express a particular fi'l. But because for mutakallim we don't have mudhakkar and muannas. We don't have mudhakkar and muannas, and we don't have tasniya. Like the tasniya is the same word as jama. The word for tasniya is the same as it is for jama. So it makes 3 and 3, 6 and 3, 9 and 3, 12, and then 2 more. Like wahid mutakallim and jama mutakallim. Wahid mutakallim and jama mutakallim. The word that is used for jama mutakallim is also used for tasniya. And in mutakallim, the word that is used for muzakkar is the same as for muannas. But in second person and third person, al-hadir and al-ghaib, they are different words. All these 14 words are called siyagh. The singular for siyagh is sighah. So I will be using this word quite often. Sigha. Sigha means the word that is used for determining or for expressing a particular verb. And then التصريف. التصريف means the paradigm. The paradigm of conjugation. Okay, so now
sir, please show that slide again, if you don't mind.
Which one?
The last one.
Yes. Okay, now can I move on? Or you have a question? Hello?
Yeah, I asked, sorry, my mic was mute. Just wanted to know why no gender for mutakallim. Is it neutral?
No, it's not neutral. Either a man would say something or a woman would say something. They will use the same word for I.
Oh, okay.
It can be I or we, right?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. So what conditions do we have now? We have 14 conditions now, and this is the most important slide of all. And you have to memorize all these names that are in this slide. So the first condition, we have a wahid mudhakkar ghaib. Wahid, you understand what's wahid is singular, muzakkar is masculine, and ghaib is the third person. Then we have tasniya mudhakkar ghaib, and you know the meanings of tasniya is dual, two people, mudhakkar ghaib. And then we have jama mudhakkar ghaib. Inshallah, it's clear. Then again, for feminine, we have wahid muannas ghaib, tasniya muannas ghaib, and jama muannas ghaib. So they make 6. The first 6 sighas, the first 6 sigh of the conjugation. Then we would have, of course, the second person, that's you. And you, the second person, has wahid mudhakkar hadir, tasniya mudhakkar hadir, jama mudhakkar hadir, wahid muannas hadir, tasniya muannas hadir, and jama muannas hadir. So they make now 6 words plus 6 words make 12 words. And then we have two words for wahid mutakallim and jama mutakallim. So they make 14. In our last lesson in the Quranic vocabulary, when I showed you that hand in which we have all those huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. That's the best way to remember all these sighas. All these words can be easily. You don't need to rote memorize all of them. You just need to rote memorize around maybe around 100 words, not more than that. And inshallah, you can generate all the sighas for millions of words, inshallah. And in the next session, I'll also tell you about how many words would you be able to make from these sighas. So about conjugation, a verb can be conjugated into different forms of reflect different types of pronouns. Each form of the verb with the pronoun is known as a sigha. The plural of sigha is sigh. The first person is called mutakallim, does not have a dual, and does not have a dual means if two people are saying something, they would use the same word as jama, and it is shared in both masculine and feminine. As a result, there are only 14 sighas and not 18 sighas. The name of each sigha, along with the translation and explanation, has already been discussed, alhamdulillah, and it is important to memorize the names of the sighas. So this is the names of the sighas, and you can have a screenshot if you want to, because you need to